Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to study about heartbeat and its control. The main points which we cover in this lesson are the cardiac cycle and phases of heartbeat. Cardiac cycle is a continuous rhythmic cycle. From rhythmic, I mean that the cycle occurs regularly or repeat after regular intervals. In the first step of the cardiac cycle, heart is filled with blood from large veins inferior vena cava and superior vena cava passively. It means that this step does not require any expenditure of energy. In the next step, heart contracts actively propelling blood throughout the body. In this step, expenditure of energy is required. As I tell you that in this step, heart contracts actively. So, heart contracts propelling the blood from pulmonary trunk into the lungs and from aorta throughout the body. Now alternating relaxations and contractions make up cardiac cycle. So what is cardiac cycle? Cardiac cycle is a sequence of one heartbeat. Next we will study about the phases of heartbeat. Before studying these phases, we must know about some concepts and definitions related to this topic. First of all, I will tell you about systole. Systole means to contract and diastole means to dilate. Atrial systole means contraction of atrial myocardium. Now myocardium is the middle layer of the heart muscles. It is made up of cardiac muscle cells and these cardiac muscle cells are involuntary in their action. These cardiac muscles continuously contract and relax, making the functioning of heart possible. Atrial diastole means relaxation of atrial myocardium. Ventricular systole means contraction of ventricular myocardium. And ventricular diastole means relaxation of ventricular myocardium. Now first phase of heartbeat is atrial diastole. In atrial diastole, blood enters right atrium from body through venae cavae, inferior venae cavae and superior venae cavae. Atria fill with blood. As atria fill with blood, pressure in them rises eventually. Bicuspid and tricuspid valves are closed at this stage. When pressure in atria rises due to filling of blood, eventually pressure becomes greater than that in relaxed ventricles. Due to high pressure in atria, bicuspid and tricuspid valves are pushed open. The second phase is atrial systole. In this phase, two atria contract simultaneously. So left atrium and right atrium, both of them contract simultaneously. Blood is pushed through bicuspid valve and tricuspid valve into relaxed ventricles. From right atrium, blood is pushed through tricuspid valve into right ventricle, and from left atrium, blood is pushed through mitral or bicuspid valve into left ventricle. Tricuspid valve and bicuspid valves are now open, while aortic and pulmonary semilunar valves are closed at this stage. The next phase of heartbeat is ventricular systole. In this phase, ventricles contract. Left ventricle and right ventricle, both of them are found in contracted state. Pressure in ventricles rises. AV valves that are bicuspid and tricuspid valves are now closed, while aortic and pulmonary semilunar valves are open. The next and the last phase is the ventricular diastole. In this phase, high pressure developed in aorta and pulmonary artery. Bicuspid and tricuspid valves are open now. Aortic and pulmonary semilunar valves are closed at this stage. Now in this picture we see different phases of cardiac cycle. At number 1 we see atrial and ventricular diastole phase. In this phase, both atria and ventricles are found in relaxed state. While when we move to the second phase, that is atrial systole and ventricular diastole, atria are found in contracted state while ventricles are found in relaxed state. When in this phase, bicuspid and tricuspid valves are open while aortic and pulmonary seminal valves are closed at this stage. This stage lasts for almost zero point 0.1 second. When we move to the next phase, ventricular systole and atrial diastole. In this phase, ventricles are found in contracted state while atria are found in relaxed state. In this phase, aortic and pulmonary seminal valves are open, while AV valves are found closed at this stage. This stage lasts for almost zero point 0.3 seconds. After that, heart enters a resting period, and then atrial and ventricular diastole phase starts again. This resting period is almost for zero point 0.4 seconds, and in the meantime, seminal valves are closed while AV valves are open. Normal cardiac cycle duration is zero point 0.7 to zero point 0.8 seconds, while heart muscle rests for zero point 0.1 to zero point 0.3 seconds. This is all about today's lecture.